Programming to bring you this special AM 14. We interrupt your regular programming to bring you this special AM 1450 live sports broadcast.
Don't believe me, just watch.
No score on that board, Mike. Feels like a prize fight, the beginning of a heavyweight prize fight where each opponent sort of feels out the weaknesses of the other one. Yeah, each of them getting in a couple of heavy body shots along the way here. We'll see who softens up first.
Hey, oh! Stop. Wait a minute.
He's got a man open. He hits him 20 yards, 30 yards, still on his feet, 40, and he will score all the way down. Call that a 65-yard touchdown for the Catoctin Cougars. Wow, and in a sudden turn of events in the momentum of this game, on a long bomb, perfectly dropped right in the bucket from Zachary Scott. Man, he hit him in stride right over top of the door, right into his outstretched arm. And then it was just a foot race.
Let me tell you a little something. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up.
Musselman, shotgun formation, takes a snap, looks right. Naked backfield, runs the draw. There's nobody around him. He's got room. He's still on his feet down the 20. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Leonore Lancer on a 50-yard run from the line of scrimmage. Quarterback draw by Nathaniel Musselman.
Come show me. Come on, dance. Jump on it. If you've succeeded.
They go to their power NFL Pro set. They hand off to the deep back straight ahead. Touchdown, Walkersville Lions. Low man wins on that one, Dave.
Good blocking from the backfield and a nice surge from the offensive line.
Well, that was an impressive drive that started out all the way back on the 27-yard line for Walkersville, and they just shoved that ball down Tuckson's throat.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Just watch.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Walkersville High School, home of the Lions. We are here tonight for some exciting Friday night lights football. This is the 2A Maryland State football semifinal. My name is Michael Betteridge. I'll be producing this show, joined here in the press box with play-by-play announcer George Pouvel and color analyst Rick Little. And we want to thank our sponsors right off the bat for making this game possible. That this is huge, and we really thank them for giving us the opportunity to broadcast this game. Brownies Auto Care, China Walk, Computer Enhancement Systems, David Salon, Gentle Dental Care and Dr. Christine Alloy, Liberty Circle K. And I want to give a special shout out to Kim, Tammy, and Marini down there, the cooks. Maximum Fitness, Nanny's Diner, Salon Allure, and finally, Walkersville Bowling Center. Thanks for sponsoring tonight's 2A game. Walkersville has a number one point average in the entire 2A football standings, and that's with an 11.3 average. Dunbar, the number 4 seed in the 2A. Winner of tonight's game will play next Saturday in Annapolis at 7 p.m. However, there's an asterisk on that, Rick. Have you heard?
Did hear.
You heard the bad news, huh?
Yeah, if I'm a high school coach and I'm not ready for that bye week.
Wow, I would be furious.
It is what it is.
But hey, listen, how the state of Maryland did not anticipate this could happen for the first ever year at the Naval Academy, it baffles me. You know, not to be critical, but my goodness, we're talking about 8 teams that'll be going to Annapolis to play. All the parents, all the coaches, all the trainers, all the equipment. The logistics are absolutely massive. And to find out now that if Navy beats SMU on Saturday and Temple beats East Carolina, Navy will face Temple next Saturday at the stadium at the Naval Academy, and the Maryland High School State Football Championships will be delayed by 1 week.
Yep. I don't know. It might be good in a way, give your team a little bit of a rest, but high school teams aren't used to a bye week, so that gets everybody a little off schedule for their usual practice weeks and stuff.
Well, you know, they tried it in the NFL and it didn't work. All right. So let's get you set up for this game a little bit here because the teams are down on the field. The band has come out, and we're going to get ready for the national anthem. So here's what we'll do. We'll step aside for a short commercial break, and we'll get some of our sponsors thanked and be right back after this important commercial message.
we're all busy with plenty of commitments. That's why Anytime Fitness is the perfect way to stay in shape. From either home or work, Anytime Fitness of Thurmont is always close by, and they're open 24/7. They can tailor a personalized training program to fit your workout needs. Anytime Fitness can also fashion a membership and payment plan that will be flexible enough for your on-the-go lifestyle. You'll love the 24-hour co-ed fitness center with state-of-the-art equipment designed to sculpt and tone you into shape. And when you're away from the Thurmont area, your membership guarantees you access to any of the over 1,000 clubs worldwide. Visit us at 130 Frederick Road to start your program today. Now you can stay healthy anytime with Anytime Fitness.
Serving our community for over 50 years with quality service at a fair price, Brownie's Auto Repair employs only ASE certified technicians. Brownie's is one of only 33 shops in the state of Maryland designated as an ASE Blue Seal of Excellence repair facility. They want to help you maintain your vehicle in a manner that keeps it trouble-free and fun to drive. Stop by today. That's Brownie's Auto Repair, located on Frederick Street in Walkersville, a proud sponsor of Walkersville High School Athletics.
Emmanuel Computer Consulting is a full-service consulting business firmly rooted in the ideas of superior customer service and honest advice for your IT needs. Emmanuel Computer Consulting can easily help you whether you are a home user, home-based business, small business, or small nonprofit. Call 301-524-5271 or browse the website at www.eccmd.com. Emmanuel Computer Consulting and you. We make problems go away.
We are here live at Walkersville High School for a great night of football. Rick, I understand it's 48 degrees out on the field?
Beautiful evening for high school football again this week. Weather's not a factor. The turf should be as good as it's been all year. A little bit of brown spot out there in the Walkersville natural grass, but should be good to go.
George, how's it looking out there? Are both teams ready?
Yeah, I think both teams are coming into this game at their prime. This is a high-scoring, powerful Dunbar team that's coming in here, and they can run it up fast. They have had about 103 to, I think, 11 or something score in the playoffs here. Here. So, they're a high-flying team. In contrast, Walkersville's only given up 3 touchdowns throughout the whole season. So, this is going to be a test of this Walkersville defense, I think, unlike one that they faced at this point, especially from the aerial attack.
Yeah.
It's probably about a 60 to 75% throwing percentage ratio to rushing.
Well, this kid, Jared Lewis, has got over 2,000 yards passing on the season and 22 touchdowns.
Yeah.
It's clearly a contrast in styles, whereas Walkersville's going to try to drive the ball, run the football, only pass when necessary. It's almost the opposite way for Dunbar. They're going to pass, short passing game, run just enough to keep you honest, and then they'll try to break that big play. And they have some really nice athletes that once they catch that ball in space, you better tackle them with the first guy or it's going to be lights out.
Yeah, and Jared Lewis, the quarterback, 6'3", 210, one heck of an athletic specimen. This is a dual threat as well.
That's correct. He can run the football a little bit, but he does like to pass. He likes to stay in the pocket and throw that ball. They will give him some backs in the backfield with him to help protect, to keep him in there, and then spread the field with the other 3 receivers.
Yeah. So, Coach, what do you think the key to tonight's game is?
I think on the Walkersville side, the key is limit the big play. Limit the big play. Keep your offense on the field. Keep them off the field. And if you're Dunbar, it's break a few big plays.
Yeah.
Walkersville's not used to giving up a big play.
Right.
So that would really be a momentum builder for Dunbar.
Well, this is a great test for the Walkersville team because, George, this Dunbar team has got, 52 playoff titles?
Yeah, I mean, they're perennial.
It's a state record.
Team. Yeah, it's 15 straight years at minimum that they've been in either the 1A or the 2A playoffs.
Yeah.
And, they're the Magnet program, I believe, in Baltimore. And they have a tremendous opportunity there as far as attracting fielding a good team year in, year out. But I tell you, they in recent years they've had their success sort of stunted when they come to Frederick County. So we'll see if Walkersville can continue that and make it a blue and gold Friday instead of a black Friday, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we're going to step aside for another commercial break. We'll be right back in a few minutes for the opening kickoff here of this 2A Maryland State semifinal football playoff game.
The following are 5 reasons you should go bowling. Walkersville Bowling Center, located on Biggs Ford Road, is the only duck pin bowling center and family fun center in Frederick County. 2, it's a weatherproof sport. Rain or shine, Walkersville Bowling Center is open 7 days a week with 10 lanes of fun. 3, it's a family affair, a healthy, wholesome sport that the entire family can enjoy. 4, it's affordable. From youth to senior leagues, children's party specials, and karaoke every Saturday night, there's something for everyone. And finally, when was the last time you heard anyone cheer for you?
This is that time of year when we think of things we're most thankful for. Is looking your best one of those things? If so, why not go with an experienced professional, Gary the Barber. Conveniently located at 101 Tippin Drive in Thurmont, Gary the Barber accepts both appointments and walk-ins. To schedule an appointment, call 301-305-7895. Remember, with an appointment, you don't have to wait. Gary the Barber, experienced, affordable, and convenient.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Walkersville High School, home of the Lions, and we are ready for some great high school football. It's playoff Friday night lights, and we are so excited to bring this game to you. I want to remind you, this game will be archived and available in its entirety on our website, WTHU.org. Go on to the audio vault and click on high school football, and you'll be able to see this whole game. And we are videoing this game as well, so we will bring you video highlights uploaded to our website as well. So thank you so much for being a part of this special game with us. And as I was mentioning a moment ago, the 52 straight tournament wins, these guys are 15 straight years in the regional playoffs, and they just came up to the 2A 3 years ago.
Yep, and they've continued to win. I think they missed the playoffs last year, but other than that, every year other than that, they've been in the playoffs, which is quite an accomplishment. If you think about a 1A and then 2A school where you have those peaks and valleys of athletes, for them to have that consistent run is really, really impressive.
Yeah, and on the other side of the equation, George, this is the same team that lost by 1 point in the state championships last year, so they've got some experience, too, deep into the playoffs.
Well, they do, and they put up 6 shutouts this year, the Walkersville Lions have, and as we had mentioned previously, only gave up 3 touchdowns this year. So, they've got 8 returning starters on the offense, 4 on the defense, coming off an 11-3 season last year, as you mentioned, losing by a point to Patuxent in the state final. So they've got every incentive. They're well coached. Coach Joe Pols, he's had a good, significant number of these boys together with him from last year. And, they're poised. They're a ball control offense. They make very few mistakes. They're stingy. They're tough on defense at the front. This is going to be a real contrast in styles. And I think, it's going to come down to those issues. Special teams play is going to be a key factor. Staying out of trouble there. Penalties are going to be a big factor. Turnovers, of course. But, again, as Rick had mentioned, if Walkersville can play a ball control game and limit the opportunities for Dunbar, then it should be just an outstanding contest.
So I mentioned earlier that Lord willing, the winner of this game will play next Saturday at 7 p.m. at the Naval Academy, and over the other end of the state, the Calvert Cavaliers are hosting the Elkton Golden Eagles. That's the number 2 and 3 seed in the 2A. And the winner of that game is going to face the winner of this game either next Saturday or the week after. That'll be determined tomorrow.
Well, I didn't catch the. We were looking at our stats.
Dunbar, and they want the ball.
They want the ball. Okay. Well, we're moments from the kickoff here, Michael.
All right. Well, I'll send it up to you guys in the press box. Have a great game, and I'll be jumping in from time to time to talk about some of our great sponsors.
Well, we've got quite a hometown crowd here at Walkersville High School, and the electricity is just in the air as everybody's huddled up in their winter jackets and their knit caps in this calm but slightly chilly evening. Rick, we've got temperatures in the upper 40s. Dunbar's lining up to receive. Walkersville's teeing the ball up. We're ready to go.
Yep, Christian Policelli will be doing the kicking duties for Walkersville again. Deep for Dunbar, looks like number 16, Ryan Wood.
I've got 3 backs deep for Dunbar to receive, so they have every intention of getting a good, clean return. This is a team with speed, with size. This is a great matchup, and there's the opening kickoff. It's deep, high, end over end, down to about the 10-yard line where it's picked up. Return up the middle. He's got some blocking. Ball all the way out to the 35-yard line before he's brought down. Rick, I didn't catch who it was in the pile, but a great open field tackle.
Number 4, Patrick Polk on the tackle there. Dunbar's Andre Braden.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how this offense functions early.
And see what type of matchups or adjustments Coach Polis has made with his defense.
Jared Luce, the quarterback, takes the opening snap, hands off on a read option around to the right. In the first play of the game, there's a flag on the play. Tackle made after about a 9-yard pickup around the right-hand side. We'll see who that is called on.
Deshaun Darian on the off-tackle play. Preliminary signal is a holding against the Poets.
Well, that's going to be a holding call, Rick. They're going to back him up 10 yards.
From the spot of the foul, it looks like it was 5 yards down the field, so it's going to be 1st and 15, George.
Well, they'll repeat first down. Poets up to the line quickly. Jared Lewis in the shotgun. Pistol back. Receivers split. Wide left and right. Slot right. Again, handoff up the middle. He's jumped on quickly, not able to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but did net a couple of yards.
Jeremiah Sweet on the tackle from his defensive end spot for Walkersville. Held him to a 1-yard gain. So it looks like we got 2nd and 13.
2nd and 13. Dunbar calls the play, breaks the huddle. Same formation. Slot left this time. Lewis barks out the signals. Fakes the handoff. Play action pass down the middle. Man is wide open. Almost intercepted as it bounced off the open receiver in the middle, about 20 yards downfield and into the arms. It looked to be Wetzel, wasn't it?
It looked like it went through the receiver's hands, off of Wetzel's shoulder pads, about 20 yards into the air, but fell on the ground.
Well, Jake was coming up to make the tackle, expecting him to make the reception, which he did not, and then the ball just kind of skipped right past him. And, you prepare yourself for a tackle, not an interception.
It's hard to get his hands back up there.
What velocity, what pace on that ball by Lewis. Lewis back again, looks to throw, pumps left, throws right. Receiver open, but he overthrows him. And that's going to be 3 and out. 3 and a penalty and out.
Yep. Penalty took him off schedule and a couple incomplete passes. Punting.
Now, poor field position for Dunbar to consider anything here on 4th down other than a punt.
Number 14, Chemo, to punt for Dunbar.
It's a good snap. The ball's up in the air. It's a decent punt, spiraling downfield, drops at the 37-yard line. where it's on one hop, picked up by a Dunbar defender at that point. Ball is going to be, the field is flipped as Walkersville will start on its own 35. Well, they place it at the 36-yard line.
Pretty good field position for Walkersville to start their opening drive. We'll see any surprises in store, which I highly doubt. Coach Polis is pretty consistent with his ISO combinations here to start the game. 1, 2, 3, go. 9 in the box for Dunbar.
Again, hands off up the middle. He's quickly met at the line of scrimmage. May have picked up half a yard. They're going to give him a yard on the play.
Abdur Wahid on that nice play. Got a lot of penetration from Dunbar into the Walkersville backfield.
Gant calls his play quickly, comes up under center. He's got a receiver split out wide to the left, tight on the right. Wing left formation. Inside handoff, but then there's a fumble on the exchange. Walkersville's going to lose a couple, and it's going to bring up 3rd and long, about 11.
Looked like a missed handoff there between Billy Gant, quarterback, and fullback Tyler Gleason. Loss of 2 on the play.
3rd down and 11. Gant calls the play. Walkersville up to the line. Gant looks over and singles to his back. Wing right. Handoff goes to Wetzel around the left-hand side, and he is met and dropped at the line of scrimmage. So it's 3 and out for Walkersville. Well, I think we've seen every indication of what we anticipated tonight in this first series by both teams.
Yep, both offenses, I guess, what's the old saying? They go with what got them here.
Go with what got you. Nice punt, spirals high in the air, backs up the receiver all the way to the 25-yard line. Starts to his right, circles back to his left, finds a little bit of room before he's met and brought down hard by Jake Parson on a great open field tackle.
That's a nice return by Dunbar, about 12 yards on the return. Sets them up right about the 40-yard line. Again, good.
Spot the ball right at the left hash at the 40, Rick.
Good starting position again. Looking over play call, and we've got pistol formation again.
Jared Lewis pitches to his tailback, goes around, looks for something on the right-hand side, but he is dropped for a loss. Great penetration by the left-hand side.
Yep, a little pitch to Deshaun Darien around the right end. Stopped by Ty Littleton, came up quick from his safety position.
Like Kyle Daggett did a great job that time sealing the end position.
I think he
to
turned
force
it
him
in.
around the outside.
Exactly right, George. He turned it in. There, Ty Littleton there to clean it up. Loss of 1. Well played.
2nd down 11 now for the Poets. Lewis, shotgun. Pistol back. Looks downfield, rolls to his left. He's being chased. Turns his shoulders, tries to hit a receiver at the 40. Saved himself from a significant loss as he was right at the sideline with Lyons right on his tail. Just flipped it forward to the nearest receiver, but out of bounds. It'll be 3rd and 11.
Yep. Again, another well played by defense. Lewis flushed out of the pocket. Just was able to get rid of that one before he ran out of bounds, or it would have been a nice loss. But well played by Jared Lewis.
I was impressed by left tackle Camden Krenzer that time as he went from his left tackle position all the way across the field. In pursuit, Jared Lewis gets the snap. He's in trouble. Spin move and gets away. Now he has to roll to his right. Oh, my goodness. He got rid of the ball and completed it all the way down the sidelines. If he did not go out of bounds, it's a huge gainer for Dunbar as Jared Lewis just barely escaped the tackle as he rolled to his right in hot pursuit by the Lions and just dumped it out into the flats, hitting his receiver who streaked down the sideline all the way across midfield down to the 25-yard line. And that was a splash play.
That was a great individual effort by Jerry Lewis, avoiding the sack, rolling out, still keeping his eyes downfield for a high school quarterback. Well played.
Lewis takes the snap, hands off up the middle. Nothing there to the right. He may have lost a yard on that one. So the Lions so far have done a great job of stringing out these running backs and not letting them penetrate that line of scrimmage.
Yep, they're containing the run really well, keeping them inside. Also one on the play. Now they're going to challenge the pass defense of the Lions.
2nd down, 11 yards to go. Poets break the huddle and come up to the line. Receivers split, slot left. I formation.
Great initial blocking, and then once you get out there, it was hard to put down.
Handoff up the middle. No gainer.
Tyler Jason on the fullback dive, short gain. Tell you, Dunbar has a lot of size in there up the middle, stuffing that A gap.
Christian Policelli in the game now, the fullback for the Walkersville Lions, as Billy Gant brings his team up to the line. Quarterback under center, I formation in the backfield. Motion to the right. And we got a quick whistle on that, Rick.
Stop play. Looks like a flag on the far side.
Well, it looks like Walkersville is taking a step back.
They're pointing.
Offsides Dunbar.
It lined up in the neutral zone, George.
Well, there's an easy 5. Well, half the distance they'll give them.
About
ball
a 2
inside
or 3
the 5.
gain there. So now we're at 2nd and goal. Looks like about the 3-yard line, George.
Tyler Gleason joins the huddle. Gant runs in from the sideline with the play. Lions up to the line of scrimmage, threatening. Ball on the 4-yard line.
Power I backfield.
2nd and goal for the Lions. Handoff up the middle. Powers forward for a couple. Not quite in the end zone, but boy, he is close, Rick.
Got him on the 1.
Well, they're going to have 2 downs to go about a foot.
Yeah, I believe this is 4-down territory, George. There's knowing Coach Polis, there's no field goal in this one.
Gant comes in from the sideline with the play, breaks the huddle. Tyler Gleason, the deep back.
Right now, they look a little off tackle. Looks like they're really gapping it in. There we go, a little wider.
He's in.
Walkersville's in. Touchdown. Touchdown, Walkersville Lions. Chad Gleason on the punch.
That surge drove the Dunbar defensive line back with plenty of room to spare as nobody touched Gleason until he was in the end zone.
Yeah, you're exactly right, George. They just a little gap block, pushed them back into the end zone, got them on their heels, and the 2 lead blockers, the 2 fullbacks, Christian Policelli and Tyler Gleason leading the way.
Well, Walkersville's going to go for the point after kick.
Little high on the snap, kick slow.
And it was blocked. High snap, quick set. Didn't get a good foot on the ball. Didn't get any elevation out of it.
Right.
And we're going to take a quick break here after the score. Walkersville Lions 6, Dunbar Poets nothing. And you're listening to WTHU AM 1450 Radio, your source for Frederick County sports. And we'll be right back, folks.
Hey, yo, I can't do this anymore. I'm tired.
Never mind that. You gotta get in there and fight.
Fight? Nah, I'm not talking about the boxing match. I'm talking about that cheapo pizza I had last night. I need something more. I need something better.
Say no more, kid. Go to Starvin' Marvin Pizzeria and Grill. They make the tastiest New York-style pizza you'll ever have. Plus, they have wings, salad.
Welcome back, folks. Walkersville opened up with the first score of the game on the last series right before the break. Christian Policelli waiting for the signal, and he gets it. Hits a nice line drive, end over end, down to the 15-yard line, where it's received, returned back up the middle. They're strung out. He's not going to get any additional yardage as he ran east-west, trying to find a slot, a seam to break through, and couldn't.
Same combination that we had on the opening kickoff. Number 6, Andre Braden on the return, and number 4, Patrick Pope. Another great tackle on the kickoff.
Well, if you're just joining the broadcast, Walkersville broke this one open here on their last series a moment ago on a big run by Jake Wetzel. Had to be a Jared Lewis for Dunbar under center. Tosses out to his right. He's got a man. There's a flag on the play.
Right at the offensive lineman's feet. That flag came out almost.
All right. Well, we're gonna get the call here momentarily, as we've got a zebra huddle.
Chop block
against Dunbar, right at the snap of the ball, too, Rick.
Yep. I think what we had is number 72. One of them hit him low, and the other one locked him high. And to player safety, that is a penalty.
Yeah, and that's going to be a big penalty. Ball placed all the way back to the 11-yard line. Right. Dunbar will have a
First down.
Another first down, but it's going to be first and 20 couple. Receiver split to the left. Handoff goes up the middle. He breaks through but stumbles almost back to the original line of scrimmage. Nice pickup up the middle on a quick hitter.
Well blocked. Number 5, Deshaun Darien, broke through the line of scrimmage cleanly, tripped a little bit, rolled forward for about a 10-yard gain.
I believe Darien may be their leading rusher who sat out last week's game.
Yes, he indeed is the leading rusher. As a comparison, he's rushed the ball about 80 times all year, whereas Walkersville has about 300 rushes.
Lewis, shotgun. Receiver split. Pistol back formation. Tosses to his pistol back out into the flats to the left, but he is chased down and stopped for no gain. Another loss of about 3, maybe 4 yards on that one, Rick. And Walkersville is just not going to allow you to work the edges.
Yes, a little flip out there to Jamari Ranson, and Kristen Policelli from his middle linebacker spot came out all the way out into the flat area and dropped him in the backfield for about a 3-yard loss.
Great defense so far on this series by the Lions. Third down and about 14 to go now for Dunbar. Lewis gets the snap and looks downfield, sets up the throw. Great protection. Rolls to his left, fires one over the middle, finds his receiver short of the first down. Brought down by Jacob Wetzel as he met him right at the point of the reception, and it is going to be close. Fourth down and about a foot. Dunbar's got a decision to make deep in their own territory, and they're going to call a timeout.
We have a timeout in the field. I'm not sure if they're going to look to measure. That was a pretty
they're gonna definitely measure.
Pretty good spot there for Dunbar, and it looks like it's going to be really close.
I tell you, just a flick of the wrist and Jared Lewis's arm is spot on. I mean, he just threw a dart.
Yep, they brought the wide receiver in. He settled in the zone right there at that first down marker. Had to step back and catch the football. And then he was tackled, fell forward, and it looks like we're about 6 inches shy of a first down.
6 inches and no more, Rick. That is a tight one.
And I see Jared Lewis coming back into the huddle.
They're going for it. This could either be a big early mistake or a continuation of a drive that's had its penalties and setbacks already. Surges forward. I think he's got it, Rick.
Yep.
Lewis takes it under center.
Quarterback sneak, got a little movement, rolled forward for about a yard gain. First down, Dunbar, continuing to drive at the 33-yard line.
Ty Littleton comes to the sideline as Kyle Daggett comes back into the game. Dunbar, fresh set of downs at their own 35. Lewis, receiver split wide, slot left, I formation. Hands off to the deep back around the right-hand side. And again, he's going to get stopped for a short gain, or maybe if he might have gotten 2 on that, Rick, maybe.
Again, off tackle, number 5, Darien. Stopped by number 6, Tyler Gleason. 3-yard gain, as you said, George.
It's going to be second and a long 7 now for Dunbar. We're winding down to about a minute to go in this first period of action. Walkersville Lions opened up with the first score of the game, and they lead 6-0 after a failed point after attempt. Dunbar on their own 35. Spread formation. Lewis, poised, looks back, throws out to his flats, but it's low this time.
A little underthrown on that one. Number 11 on the turn-in, Kawasi Evans. The ball just bounces to him.
He just couldn't get bent over quickly enough to pick that ball up off his shoelaces. And that's going to bring up third down and 7.
It looked like Walkersville in a passing situation moves to a 3-man defensive line, rolls in an extra linebacker for the under coverage.
Well, you see Ty Littleton come in and replace Kyle Daggett once again.
Yep. So it's a 3-4-4 look for Walkersville.
Pass out to the right-hand side, incomplete. And that's going to bring up fourth down now. But instead of 6 inches, as last time, Rick, this one's going to be a big chunk of a healthy 7 yards. So they're going to bring in their punter.
Yeah, Walkersville having a good bit of push out of that three-man defensive line, and then it looks like they're sending one linebacker every time. Again, Jared Lewis couldn't step into that when the ball bounces a little shy.
Opting for coverage instead of pressure has worked so far for Walkersville. Oh, snap. Dropped by the punter, but he was able to retrieve it and pick it up. Not a great punt, but it got a favorable roll for Dunbar all the way down to the 30 of Walkersville, where they will take over. And we're going to flip the fields as we've got about half a minute to go here as they've stopped the clock. Walkersville will get a play or two off.
Not to give up that long throw. Let them throw a couple underneath, make them complete 1 or 2, maybe 3 passes to get the first down. So far, it's paying dividends for them.
Well, it's an effective strategy, and the more that they go to the air, the more opportunities there are for turnovers. So Walkersville, first play, handoff up the middle.
Inside handoff to Jacob Wetzel on the wingback reverse. Short gain on the play. Again, the interior of that defensive line from Dunbar is doing a great job so far. And that should bring us to the end of the first quarter. We're ticking down 7 seconds.
Walkersville's content to let the clock run out and start from the opposite end of the field. And that gives us an opportunity to take a quick break. Your Walkersville Lions lead visiting Dunbar Poets 6-0 at the end of the first period of action. You're listening to WTHU Radio 1450, your source in Frederick County. We'll be right back.
A textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Maryland's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Maryland Public Secondary Schools Athletic Association and the Maryland State Athletic Directors Association.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Walkersville's under center, ready to start their first play of the second period. Handoff to the right-hand side to Chad Gleason, who carries the ball for about 8 yards with a couple of Dunbar Poets on his back as he cut back up the middle. Great little run. Quick hit. Cut back to the middle and darn near a first down.
Yeah, great blocking by the offensive line by Walkersville there. A little tailback slant off the right side. Got in that C gap between the tackle and tight end. Nice gain. Looks like a
Walkersville first down. He did get it. Billy Gant back in the huddle for Walkersville. Calls the play. They break it and come up to the line. Receiver split. Wide left. I formation in the backfield. Handoff once again up the middle. There's a fight for the ball as he's driven backwards, but he hangs on to it.
Yep, fullback dive. Hard to move anybody out of. They are playing that well.
Christian Policelli's a 6-foot, 200-pound back, a powerful back, and he picked up about a half a yard before being driven back by a whole host of Poets on that interior line. Big boys are they. Under center is Gant. Gant hands off to the left-hand side. Wetzel's got it. He might have gotten to the 44, maybe 45-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. We'll split it in the middle, call it the 44.5. As that brings up third down and a long 6. Maybe 7.
Yep, they tried that wingback reverse again, and again, up the middle, anything up the middle against Dunbar right now is going to be a challenge for every inch.
Well, the Lions not known to throw, but last week against Middletown, we saw them open up quite effectively as Billy Gant takes the ball under center, wing right. I formation, he rolls back to pass, looks downfield and lets it fly. He's got a man wide open at the 25-yard line, and it just got past the outstretched arms and hit him in.
Wetzel made a nice move on the break. The D-back went down, and Wetzel was open, and the ball just beyond his extended fingertips as he dove for the football.
Man, if they had connected, he had at least 4 steps on the coverage. He was gone in the end zone. So that's going to bring up 4th down. Walkersville has decided to punt. Now we've got a flag on the play, and we're going to have too many men on the field, I believe, for Walkersville.
Yeah, I think we're running a couple players shy on the punt team, and then we had one too many try to join. So it's a 5-yard penalty.
Well, that's going to back them up a little bit to just inside their own 40, where they'll attempt, again, to get this punt off. Illegal substitution is the official call. Nice snap, hits him in the chest. Ball takes flight. A nice punt down to the 30. There's a mix-up. As 2 Dunbar receivers ran into each other. They were able to control it, but it prevented.
Got the ball and then rolled out the left side with the return. Number 75, Rowan Bennett, on the tackle. Looks like the ball is marked about the 26-yard line for Dunbar to start the drive.
Well, 1st and 10 for Dunbar. Jared Lewis paces left and right, up and down his line, giving direction to his spread offense. Takes the snap, hands it off up the middle, where he's met and stopped, but not before a pickup of about 3. We'll see where they place it. Yeah, it'll be 2nd down and 7.
Again, Darian from his tailback position, off tackle right, well played by the defensive line, including Tyler Gleason from his linebacker spot. Set a 3-yard gain.
Lewis takes the snap, hands off one more time, up the middle, but this time Ransom is dropped in the backfield for a loss of 2.
Looks like linebacker Tyler Gleason again on the inside run blitz.
Some kind of a stunt, wasn't it?
Swiped him off his feet. So that brings up 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, George.
3rd down and 8 yards to go for Dunbar.
Walkersville moves to their 3-4 defensive alignment.
Zaywan Johnson, the wingback, brings in the play. Trips right. Lewis looks to his left, throws to his right, has a man over the middle at the 35, at the 40, breaks the tackle, springs around to his left-hand side, almost makes it to midfield before he is stopped. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds at about the 47-yard line as on a nice gainer for Dunbar.
Nice catch and run.
Lewis does a great job with his eyes controlling the defensive backs of the Lions as he takes the snap and just looks to his left, comes back and fires the ball.
Yep, for a high school quarterback, he does a nice job seeing the whole football field. There, number 2, Zaywani Johnson broke a couple tackles downfield for a 1st down.
Same formation. 5 receivers. Lewis looks downfield, fires off to his right, has a man open, but overthrows. Flies harmlessly out of bounds on the Walkersville sideline at midfield. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for Dunbar.
On that play, Jared threw the ball all the way from the left hash to the Walkersville bench and just overthrew his receiver. That young man can throw the football.
Back in the game for the Lions, Jake Yingling. Excuse me, Jake England, right? High snap, handled by Lewis. Hands off to his left-hand side. Nothing there before he's shoved out of bounds. Maybe a 1.5, 2-yard gain. Still.
On the short side of the field, got pushed out of bounds after. Make him release the ball a little bit sooner.
3rd and a long 8 now for Dunbar. Jared Lewis takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looks downfield, and
in the middle, Christian Policelli from his middle came up with that interception.
Policelli did a nice job jumping that route. That brings up 4th down now. Catch all the way back. Fair caught at the 12-yard line where Walkersville will take over.
It's about a 45-yard punt by that young man.
Well, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
The management and staff of the Gettysburg Auto Auction wants to wish all of our friends a very happy Thanksgiving and remind everyone there is not going to be an auction this week. Gettysburg Auto Auction will have an exciting after-the-holiday first Thursday of the month sale on Thursday, December the 1st. We expect a huge consignment of vehicles. Gettysburg Auto Auction is the home of the exclusive Bid Drive Buy program where you can drive your car before you buy it. And Gettysburg Auto Auction continues to have the lowest fees of any auction in the area. Combine that with our outstanding customer satisfaction record, and you're guaranteed an extremely positive car buying experience. Also, if you miss next Thursday's sale, stop in on that Friday for our Friday leftover sale. Any vehicle still available can be test driven and bought on the spot. Gettysburg Auto Auction is located on Route 15 at the Maryland-Pennsylvania line, Steinware exit. For directions and a sampling of upcoming vehicles, visit our website, gettyauto.com. Gettysburg Auto Auction, the little auction wishing you a safe and happy Thanksgiving.
Welcome back, folks. We just had a technical issue that held us up for the last minute. We'll catch up here real quick. Walkersville has the ball. It's 3rd and 8 from their own 20-yard line, where they've slipped a little bit here, Rick, on these handoffs. Wetzel around the left-hand side, finds some room to run, cuts back to his left. It's a foot race. He's across the 40. He's across midfield, down to the 40, the 35, the 30, the 25-yard line before he is brought out of bounds all the way down at the 24-yard line, and another breakaway run by Jake Wetzel, a 55-yarder this time to add to his 74-yarder in the first period there, Rick.
Again, Jake Wetzel initially nice blocking, but he sees the field, makes his cutback, gets back against the grain, and it's a foot race. And as you said,
I mean, it's unbelievable how quickly he cuts back.
And how strong he is to break that first tackle and then just spring loose.
Brilliant. Billy Gann under center, I formation. Receiver split wide right, slot right. Gann hands off up the middle to Gleason this time. Gleason's got room to run. He's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. First down, Walkersville.
Ty Gleason, one of the few times they had a little room on the ISO right over the A-gap right side.
Great job by that offensive front of the Walkersville Lions to give these running backs a seam to shoot through.
And then his brother Tyler leading the way.
Policelli the up back this time. Gann under center. Chad Gleason, the I back. Hand off to Gleason. On the left-hand side this time, he's got room to run. He's met at the 10. Drives his feet forward before being crushed under the weight of about 3 Dunbar Poets on his back. It's going to bring up second down now, and about 8. He only picked up, a healthy 3 on that. We're going to call it second and a long 7 there, Rick.
Yep, another ISO, this one to the left. George, my wife told me, what do you mean by ISO? So for the fans that don't know the lingo, it's one-on-one blocking, and the linebacker is leading up isolation on a linebacker.
Gann under center. I formation. Hands off to the up back this time where he's met and dropped for no gain. And we've got a little shoving contest going down there. But the Lion put his hands up in the air and said, hey, my friend, it's all good.
Number 55 stuffed the hole there. DeJuan Johnson stopped Tyler Gleason for short gain. Now we got third and about 7 on the 10-yard line. So in this position last week, George, we did a little toss to Chad Gleason, who then pitched the ball to Kyle Daggett in the back of the end zone.
A little halfback pass. That was a pretty play. We'll see if they pull it out of the playbook again. Motion to the left. Fake pass. There's Gann. He's got Wetzel in the back of the end zone. Touchdown on a perfect pass from Billy Gann on a play-action pass where he hit Wetzel. And that was just in stride, back left corner, perfect ball. Walkersville scores again.
That play set up by the play-action pass because Walkersville run.
Hey, great fake by Chad Gleason.
Yep, we were all watching here. Chad Gleason carried out the ball fake very well from his tailback position. Billy rolled a little to his left, found Jake back of the end zone. Great catch. Touchdown, Walkersville.
We'll see if Walkersville chooses to go for 2 and make up for the missed point after.
I did not see a kicker go in.
Well, halfway in the game
comes Billy.
C.J. Barnsdauer, but instead Gann comes into the huddle, so they're going for 2. Christian Policelli, Chad Gleason in the backfield. Gann under center. Handoff this time, and he's met at the line. It's a dogfight, and he is shoved backwards, so no good. But Walkersville scores again and leads this game 12-0. And, folks, we're down to 4 minutes and 30 seconds half. That's by Walkersville.
And individual efforts by Walkersville, and especially we have to highlight Jacob Wetzel so far. 2 great runs, and then that nice catch there in the back of the end zone.
Well, just on 2 runs, he has 127 yards. Just on 2 carries.
Yep.
So
he's the how'd they word that the other week? The players talking about themselves in the Frederick News Post. They were talking. He's the changeup.
Yeah.
Well,
gentlemen, I want to jump in.
Change-up.
I want to jump in and thank Liberty Circle K over there in Sandstone Drive for sponsoring this, and want to talk a little bit about some of the great things they've got on their menu after this kickoff.
Well, Christian Policelli back. Got his hand raised in the air waiting for the signal. Policelli's kick is end over end, about the 15-yard line. Receiver slips a little bit, but gains his foot. He comes back. He's across the 30 to the 37-yard line where he'll be brought down. And Dunbar will have their next opportunity to get back into this game with 4.5 minutes left in this first half.
Nice return by Ryan Wood and number 20. See if I can find him. It's a different player on our roster. Alonzo Hose on the stop for Walkersville. Mike?
Hey, guys, I want to tell you about the chicken they've got over there. They get these chicken combos. They're 2-piece, 3-piece, and 4-piece combos. Nice. And there's a family platter as well with chicken and tenders. And they've got buffalo wings. They've got Cajun tenders and Cajun-style fish.
You're making me hungry. It's 1st and 10. I didn't think I'd be hungry for a few days after that meal yesterday. 35-yard line. Dunbar starts its play. First pass is completed out to the flats for about maybe a 5-yard gain, Rick.
Yep, that's a little short pitch and catch and hope to get a little bit of running room. Walkersville played that very well. Receiver Ryan Wood taken down quickly after he caught it.
Second and a fat 5 now for Dunbar. They come up to the line, trips right. 5 eligible receivers in this offense for Jared Lewis to pick from. Lewis drops back, looks to his left, hits a man short of the first down, met immediately for no further gain. So they're about a yard short, it looks like, Rick.
Again, that's 2 short passes, 9 yards. That's kind of their running game. Short controlled pass, try to break a tackle and get into space.
Walkersville still showing a 3-man front, expecting a pass on 3rd and a yard at the 46-yard line. Jared Lewis calls his running back beside him. Hands off to him. It's a first down as he's hit hard, but not before he gained a yard.
First down, yep. Slipped off tackle on that one. Christian Policelli cleaned up the tackle, but they gained 2 yards for a Dunbar first down.
Didn't have far to go with that 3-man front. First down as Lewis recognized it. 1st and 10. Ball placed at the 48-yard line of Dunbar. Lewis takes the shotgun snap and fires it out to his right. He's got a receiver. He's caught it at the 50, slipped the tackle, picked up another 5 across midfield to Walkersville's 45-yard line. They're going to give him an extra yard as he flipped through the air and landed. Ball's going to be placed at the 44-yard line. Dunbar picked up a big chunk on first down to be 2nd 2.
Boy, that receiver took some punt there. He's limping a little bit in the backfield.
Yeah, he took a shot from Chad Gleason.
Defensive backs from Walkersville are coming up fast and hitting heavy.
3-man front again for Walkersville. Lewis looks to his left and fires. Finds his receiver for a first down. As they were playing him just a little bit soft there, Rick.
Well, again, I think they're giving him a little bit of a cushion. It's going to be a 5-yard catch, and then hopefully reduce your running after the catch.
Yeah, and wait for a mistake because, he's firing that ball all the way across the field.
That's right. One of these times, Chad or that other corner is at Aaron Yonke, you're going to jump that route, and we could see some action there. It's like we're down to 2 minutes and counting, George.
Yeah, inside of 2, minute 55, and clock is ticking. Dunbar penetrating, threatening, ball placed at the 38-yard line. Lewis, full set of receivers, takes a great snap. He's got all kinds of protection. Rolls to his right. Now he's got some trouble. Now he's got to run it. He's across the 35 and slides to a stop at the 30-yard line.
He's a big man to bring down at quarterback.
Yeah. He started off with good protection as he was looking downfield, reading his progressions, but then didn't see who it was. Somebody slipped through and put some pressure on him.
Yeah, I think they're bringing that controlled linebacker blitz, Tyler Gleason, around the edge. He slipped. Then Jaron got around the end, straight arm the next defender for an 8-yard gain.
Again, full set of receivers. Lewis looks to his left, fires it out there, and oh, boy, that was nearly picked, Rick. You won't. I'll tell you what, you're a prophetic man. That was a very, very close to a pick.
Yep. Aaron Yonke jumped that out route, and that one almost went the other way.
Well, I mean, he's literally past the right-hand hash, turns to his left, and fires it all the way across field to the sideline.
Yeah,
that's a lot of time for a D-back to come up and make a play.
For you viewers at home that watch a lot of the NFL, that hash mark is way towards the center of the field. We're in high school football. It's over here by the bench more, and that's a long throw of about 40 yards in the air.
Handoff in the middle. Plenty of room to run. He's got a first down and more.
Jamori Ransom on the carry for Dunbar. Seemed to catch Walkersville a bit off guard. We got a timeout on the field.
Flag.
Is there a flag on the field?
Flag on the field.
We're having a discussion.
This one may come back. As the chain gang, Rick, we're ready to roll. Referee takes the down marker and walks it back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they were a little premature on movement. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Wow. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Now, is that a post-possession, post-play penalty, or we'll see what they do with the down?
Well, that is an unacceptable lack of discipline at this stage of the football season, as you're down by 2 scores and short time on the clock till halftime, and you've got a nice drive going, to have that kind of a penalty come up, well, there's going to be a conversation about that'll occur on more than certain.
And I didn't see a lot of after the play action there, so they must have saw something that the officials thought was not the way you play high school football.
Well, I mean, the play resulted in
a timeout.
Yeah, timeout Dunbar. The play resulted in, without the penalty, the ball at the 20. Now the ball is placed all the way back to about the 37-yard line.
Right.
So, that's a 17-yard difference on a short field of play.
Yeah. They do
with
get
54
first down
seconds
again,
on the
but
clock.
As you said, they lost 17 yards.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, I want to jump in and thank one of our great sponsors, Walkersville Pharmacy, for making this game possible. Thank you so much. Check them out. They've got all kinds of supplies, first aid, as well as your pharmaceutical needs there. Great service. That's Walkersville Pharmacy right here in downtown Old Town.
So as we come back, George, we're under a minute.
Under a minute to go.
They're 37 yards away. At some point, I think they're going to have to pitch the ball downfield.
Yeah, they're going to have to. They're going to have to go for it. I mean, this is what down, Rick? First down. Okay, it's first down.
1st and 10. They have 2 timeouts remaining. Dunbar does, so they don't have to go to the sidelines right away.
Flush out of the pocket. Quarterback runs, keeps the ball himself up the middle for a big gainer, all the way down to the 15-yard line. That's going to be enough. Plenty more than enough for a first down. Fresh set of downs deep inside Walkersville territory. Clock stuck at 45.5 seconds as they move the chains. Referee restarts it. Lewis waiting for his receivers to get in position. Takes the snap a little bit high, but he handles it. Walks to his right and fires it in the end zone. Incomplete. He had his receiver wide open in between 2 Lion defenders.
Just a little off the mark on the pass. The receiver got down on the ground, tried to make the effort to catch it. Ball's incomplete.
He just kind of flung it out there. He didn't step into his pass. I mean, he's got a strong arm, but still you're looking at a 25, 30-yard strike, and it just kind of, faded off and down to the right where his receiver couldn't get a grip on it. Stops the clock, however, with 31 ticks left. Second down. Ball at the 15. Dunbar threatening.
See if Walkersville's bend but not break defense can hold them one more time here.
Lewis looks to his left. Looks over the middle. Rolls left. Decides to... he finds a receiver, but I think he was across the line of scrimmage.
Okay, we have 2 flags down, both of them at about the line of scrimmage. So, George, you might be right. He might have been across the line of scrimmage before he passed the football, which would be an illegal forward pass.
He showed run to try to draw the D-backs up to him and tried to stop before he stepped over that line as he just kind of flipped it forward by the pylon and found his receiver in the end zone. Had he not crossed the line, it would have been definitely a score.
By the position of the flags, it looks like he was 3 yards past the line of scrimmage when he did throw.
Yeah, well. Okay, well, that's going to back him up. Down over, it'll stay second down, so they'll have a couple more cracks at it, but 20 seconds to go in this first half.
No, it's third down. That is a loss of down penalty in high school.
Okay, loss of down, third down.
So now we're at 3rd and 15 from the 20.
And even with the mistake, Lewis is just putting on a tremendous athletic display, showing that he can cover a lot of ground quickly on his own.
Yeah. He's a dangerous weapon for Dunbar Poets.
Pistol back in the backfield. Lewis takes the snap. Hands it off to the left-hand side. He's met and dropped, and Dunbar's going to have to call their last timeout with 15 seconds to go.
Well played by Tyler Gleason from middle linebacker. Scraped out there. Knocked down Darian for a 1-yard gain.
Check that. They still have one timeout, but they're going to talk about it on the sideline. That'll give us a chance to take a quick break. You're listening to WTHU AM 1450 Radio, your source for Frederick County sports.
Mountain Gate Restaurant is not just a place to eat. It is an experience. Down home country cooking in a friendly, relaxed atmosphere. Just off Route 15 in Thurmont, look for the big sign that says Mountain Gate Family Restaurant.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Walkersville High School, where we're bringing you the 2A regional. 2A, it's the hometown Lions of Walkersville against the visiting Dunbar Poets. Quarterback for the Poets rolls to his right, looks in the end zone, fires it. A whole host of defenders are there to break up the pass, and it falls incomplete.
Kyle Daggett flushed Jared Lewis out to his right. He threw the ball deep into the end zone, overthrew everybody.
Just great coverage.
Yep, and Jake Wetzel right back there in the mix of things again, George.
Well, fourth down, it left little options for the quarterback, Jared Lewis, other than just to try to find a guy open in the end zone. 5 seconds to go as Walkersville will take a knee here, I'm sure, and preserve any chance of a mistake heading into this locker room at halftime, up 12-0. Victory formation. No, it's going to be a handoff up the middle.
Yep.
And that's going to do it as both teams start to exit their respective sidelines. And what a great first half of action. Home field, Walkersville Lions, Rick, put on an impressive first half performance on both sides of the football.
Right. Bend but not break defense. A couple big plays by Jacob Wetzel. Some great individual effort on his part to break some long runs to set up Walkersville in scoring position for both of their first half touchdowns.
Yeah, not to mention a great job by that offensive front as well. We're going to take a quick break at halftime and come back for a first half recap, and we will be back in just a moment, folks.
Hi, this is Business Development Officer Clark Briggs, and at Frederick County Bank, we understand that too. That's why we make business banking easy and accessible, anytime, anywhere. From BuzzPoints Merchant Reward and Loyalty to online banking, remote deposit capture to business courier service, Frederick County Bank, Frederick's true community bank, is open for business, anytime, anywhere. Contact me at 301-620-1400 and online at fcbmd.com. Member FDIC.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. If you're joining us on this high school football playoff broadcast, I'm here with color analyst and coach Rick Little. Rick, what do you think was the difference to have Walkersville take a 12-0 lead into the first half locker room?
Well, on the Walkersville side, some great individual offensive efforts from Jacob Wetzel. On two really good runs. I think the drives. I mean, Walkersville's playing some nice defense, but those penalties are really taking Dunbar off schedule, and then they're kind of behind the 8 ball on throwing that football downfield. They've been very successful in their short game, 5-6 yard passes, but those penalties have taken them off schedule, George, and then they get behind the 8 ball, and Walkersville keeps them out of the end zone.
Well, and you mentioned the penalties. I mean, there were a couple of them were unusual. You don't see very often. A crackback we had. Throw in an unsportsmanlike in there. And these were on, big gainers for Dunbar. So, drive stallers for sure. But, wow, what a high-powered offense. And, Walkersville's defensive strategy is a brilliant one at both containing anything to the outside on the read option runs, as well as coverage downfield. They're, like you said, giving up the flats a little bit, and that kind of bend but don't break.
Yeah, and Dunbar, their best rushing game right now is Jared
the
Lewis
quarterback.
scrambling out of the backfield against either Walkersville's 4-man front or 3-man front. And, that's been the most successful play. I'm sure Coach Foles will be talking about that and staying on your feet, keeping him in the pocket, and make him throw that football from in the pocket.
Yeah, and a couple of times the Lion defenders, defensive backs, have had a near opportunity for an interception. So we'll look to see whether, they get Jared Lewis's timing down even better in that second half and their confidence rising. They're kind of playing a game of isolate Jared Lewis and take all his weapons away from him, right?
Yep. And, so far it's worked for him. They've gained some yards, but no points so far, George.
Okay, well, we're going to take a break here, a music break, give you an opportunity to grab a snack, maybe grab a little bit of the leftover turkey and put a little cranberry jelly on it, on a sandwich. I don't like that, my wife does. But,
cranberry here.
But we'll be right back, folks, after halftime and bring you the second half action of this Division 2A regional championship between
state semifinal.
And we will be right back after a music break. Thank you.
Hard Times Cafe mixes the new with the old. Big screen TVs with spacious dining and an Old West chuck wagon atmosphere combined to bring you the best chili on the planet. But don't stop there. The Angus beef burgers, chili mac, grilled and boneless wings, St. Louis style ribs with a Texas rub, and big salads will keep you coming back for more, partner. Hard Times Cafe is the perfect place to blow off some steam with a game of pool or darts, or maybe you just want to watch the big game or hear some music and enjoy our great draft beer selections and full bar. Hard Times Cafe is a place with something for everyone, friends and family alike. Hard Times Cafe, it's hard not to have a good time when you head over to Hard Times Cafe.
back, ladies and gentlemen, to Walkersville High School. Thank you so much for tuning in.
And we're back live with you here at Walkersville High School. Rick, we're about ready to start the second half of this contest tonight. And if you're just joining the broadcast, we are here at Walkersville High School for the state semifinal championship between hometown Walkersville Lions against the 4th seed in the 2A.
It always helps to turn on the volume.
On your mic, yeah.
I didn't have the volume turned on, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so thanks for coming back with us. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to thank our sponsors.
Sure.
For making this game possible. Our second half sponsors for this game are Brownie's Auto Care, China Walk, Computer Enhancement Systems, David Salon, Gentle Dental Care with Dr. Christine Alloy, Liberty Circle K, Maximum Fitness, Nanny's Diner, Salon Allure, and Walkersville Bowling Center. Thanks for sponsoring this second half of the 2A Maryland State football semifinal action. Back up to you in the press box.
Well, thank you, Mike, and thank you to all of our sponsors, without whom we couldn't bring this broadcast to you. Walkersville lost the coin toss there, Rick, and Dunbar decided to take it. So starting off the second half of action, Walkersville will receive. And we've got an unusual placement for the kickoff all the way to the right hash mark. We'll see if there's some underlying reason to that in a moment.
Got Jake Wetzel and Chad Gleason deep.
Well, it's a long line drive down to the 15-yard line. Oh, picked up by Gleason. Gleason breaks to the outside. He's going to return it all the way if he can clear 2 more blockers. Caught from behind at the 15 as he dove at his heels and just tripped up Chad Gleason. Gleason took the ball from his own 15 on a line driver at the straight down the right hash mark. Kind of cut to his left, cut to his right, and just escaped the outstretched arms of a couple of Dunbar guys and was off to the races, Rick.
70 yards on that return by Chad, and the kicker, Deshaun Darian, the touchdown-saving tackle at the 15.
Walkersville in great shape here to open up this second half of action. Already up 12-0 on 2 scores in the first half. Gleason under center, hands off up the middle to Littleton. Littleton with a short gain. 1, maybe 2. Looks closer to 1, Rick. Second down and 9 to go. Ball placed on the 14-yard line of Dunbar.
Yep, nothing different than the first half, George. They're going to be tough up the middle. Walkersville's going to have to try to break the edge a little bit. I think Coach Polish just runs it up the middle to try to set up the run around the edge.
Aaron Yankee splits out wide to the right. I formation in the backfield. Quarterback under center. Hands off to the left-hand side. Behind his guard, maybe picks up a yard.
ISO left that time. Again, same result, 1-yard gain. Ty hit it hard, but just no room at all in there in that front defense by the Dunbar Poets, led by number 53, Deja Mack.
Well, Yankee out of the game. Billy Gant gets the call from the sidelines. Christian Policelli now in the backfield for the Lions.
This is the play action. There it is.
Rolls to his right.
Avoids the first. Guts the edge.
He's close to a first down, but I don't think he got it, Rick.
I think he's going to be about a yard short, George. Billy got around the edge, outran the first defender, and then defensive back came up, made the tackle.
Interesting decision here early in the second half. Fourth and a short 1 yard, Rick. What do you do?
Well, I don't know. I'd be tempted to kick the field goal, George, to get those 2 extra points back and then the extra one and force Dunbar to go for 2 at least on one time. But it looks like Coach Polis has made up his mind. The offense is in. Billy Gant's under center.
Gant's got a full backfield. Motion to his left. Handoff on the left-hand side, and he's met right at the line. I don't think he got it.
Nope. No gain on the play. Got a player down Dunbar Poet.
Well, they tried that play that Wetzel broke for the big gainer in the first quarter.
I'll tell you, where the ball is marked, it looks like we're about a foot shy of the 5-yard line, which would turn it over on downs to Dunbar.
Yeah, and there's the indication from the back judge. Dunbar's ball on the 10-yard line. And we've got an injured player on the field. We're going to take just a quick break. We'll be right back to you in just a moment.
We're here at Clustered Spires Golf Club on a very special day that players will truly appreciate.
Did you see that, Fred? Unbelievable! And right onto the green.
Well, you know, Tom, Clustered Spires.
All right, back in action. First play from scrimmage in the second half. Dunbar hands off to the left-hand side for a short gainer on first down. Starting from their own 6-yard line. Maybe picked up 2 on that one, Rick. Second down and 8.
Jamari Ransom in at tailback for the Poets. Off tackle left, short gain. Well played by Jeremiah Sweet. 2-yard gain.
Josh Pulse back playing safety alongside of Jake Wetzel as Walkersville is back in their 4-man front. Pistol back, shotgun formation. Lewis looks downfield. Now he's flushed out of the pocket and decides to run. He's going to have enough for close to a first down. He may have skipped out just short as the flag fell over. We couldn't quite tell, but
looks like Tyler Gleason pushed him out about 2.5 yards shy of the first down marker.
All right, it's going to be 3rd and long, too. He was quick to get out of that huddle that time because of excellent coverage and the pressure that the Lions were bringing. Lewis takes a snap, hands off up front, and he's hard fought forward all the way out to the 19-yard line. Fresh set of downs for the Poets.
Yep, Jamari Ransom, little ISO right, 3-yard gain. First down for Dunbar. 19-yard line. Drive continues.
Pistol formation. Receiver split wide. Lewis takes the snap and hands off again. Right up the middle to the left side of the center this time. Another short gainer.
Yep. Jamari Sweet closed in from his defensive end position and pulls down Ranson for a 2-yard gain.
Second down and 8 to go now for the Poets as they swap out receivers from the sideline.
And Walkersville makes their defensive adjustment, pulls out a defensive lineman, puts in another linebacker.
Lions back to the 3-man front in a passing situation. Full set of receivers. 5 eligible. Lewis. Shotgun formation, takes the snap. It's a good one. He's got plenty of time. He fires it out to the flats to his right, and he's met by Chad Gleason. Excuse me.
Oh.
Josh Pulse on the coverage. Right?
I think it was 23, who would be Jake Parson there on the short coverage. It looked like, I'm not sure about that mark, but it looks like it has him a little bit shy of a first down. Now we're going to call a timeout.
Okay, we're going to...
Referee's timeout to measure, or they're just moving the chains.
Yep, they're going to give it to him.
Now they already moved the chains. The referee asked for the chains to come in,
and the chain gang.
And the chain gang moved the chains.
Well,
hopefully they didn't move the clip.
Well, once you call for it, you can't wave it off. In fairness, so tough to measure when the chains move.
Well, if I remember my days from the chain gang, George, there's a little clip that they put down in there right about, which would have been on the 25-yard mark.
Yeah.
Well, now they just
They
gave
waved
him the
it
first
off.
down. I'm not sure about that refereeing move.
Yeah, that was in a state semifinal. That is a lapse in judgment by the referees. You should not be influencing the game that way.
Yep.
Walkersville putting pressure on. Oh, and he's great catch. Fumble. It looks like the Lions have it.
They're still scrambling.
They're signaling that they have it, as that was just a shot from Lewis to his receiver out into the left-hand flats, where he caught it in traffic, came down and made a football move. What is the call?
Recovered by Dunbar.
Dunbar recovered the fumble.
With the fumble, forward for a first down.
Wow. A lot went on in that one play. Fresh set of downs. Ball spotted at the 41-yard line. Lewis calls his running back. Hands off up the middle on a read option out to the 47-yard line.
Another strong run by Jamari Ransom for Dunbar. Nice gain on that play, 5-6 yard gain.
Yeah, and Dunbar establishing the run in early action here.
Yeah,
challenging that three-man front of the Lions.
Yep. They're counting the number of men in the box and choosing to run instead of pass.
All five receivers split. And again, Lewis calls his back alongside him. Reads it. Hands it off again. He's tripped up, and on a great play to shed his tackle, Ty Littleton makes the tackle, but just shy of the first down. It's going to be third and maybe a half a yard, maybe the length of a football here, Rick.
Yep, Ransom was able to fall forward, which dropped him about a foot shy of the first down.
Ball at midfield. Dunbar's halftime adjustments seem to be effective. I don't know that they're going to give him the distance he needed for a first down on that quarterback keeper.
Boy, the Walkersville defensive line just plugged up the A and B gap, gave Jared Lewis no room to move, dropped him shy of the first down, and looks like they're keeping their offense on the field.
It's fourth down. Ball's at midfield. Fourth and a foot. Jared Lewis, quarterback for the Poets, comes in from the sideline after talking to his coach.
Referee is counting down the last 5 seconds. They're
close.
Timeout.
They had to call time as they could not get it together. Walkersville applauds the confusion as on fourth down, the Poets could not get it straight and had to, before the clock ran out on them,
right,
had to call timeout.
They weren't sure if they wanted to go for it or they were going to send in the punt team.
They brought two players in late. They brought two players late into the formation, and the quarterback had to tell them what the play was, so they were running out of time. That's why they had to call timeout, because he was having difficulty.
Well, gutsy call at midfield this early in the second half, down by 2 scores.
Yeah. This is the second time he won fourth down in that dangerous territory. Again, it's only a foot to go. You'd like to think you could make it, but Walkersville held tough the last down.
Well, if you're the coach and you're in this game and you just look at your guys and say, hey, go get your first down. Keep the drive alive.
Empty backfield.
Lewis in the shotgun. Lewis looks downfield, decides to run. He's got plenty of room, and you could almost see that coming. Quarterback draw, basically, against that three-man front as they just spread their offense and flooded the zones deep.
Yep. Yep.
And gave Jared
Dunbar
Lewis
just spread out the field.
Yep.
Jared caught the ball, looked for the seam, and then
Excellent
just took
play
off
call.
for a 5-yard gain. Yeah. First down at Walkersville's 45-yard line now.
Kyle Daggett, tight end, back in the game. Left tackle. Again, Lewis runs around to the left-hand side. He's got 5. He's got 8. Big gainer. And he seems to be taking matters into his own hands here this second half.
Yep, that was design quarterback sweep. He just took the shotgun snap and took off right away.
Well, look, if you want to make the defensive backs honest and you've got a quarterback with legs, that's how you do it.
Yep, I think Walkersville needs to make a little adjustment, bring these defensive ends out just a little bit to try to contain Lewis and make him run up the middle.
Handoff up the middle this time. He's got room. He gets into the secondary. Plenty for a first down. Ball down to the 30.
Yep. Nice run, nice blocking by Dunbar. Jamari Ranson first down to the Walkersville 31-yard line.
Well, 4 minutes to go here in this third period. Third quarter of action in the state semifinal. Winner goes to the state championship game.
We'll see if this bend but not break defense again from Walkersville can hold up again.
Lewis with the read option, hands off to his back. He's hit at the line. He charges forward for a yard, maybe 2. He's got a little help shoving him in the back. Fell forward. Might have gotten, we'll see where they spot it.
Bringing the ball back.
Oh, yeah, they didn't
to where they blew the whistle. 2-yard gain.
Yeah, they called forward progress stopped before he actually went to the ground. So they gave him a gain of 2. It's going to be second down and 8. Lions in their 3-man front. Backs to their end zone. 29-yard line. Lewis with the pistol back. Fakes the handoff, looks downfield. Has a man wide open, but it's intercepted on the overthrow, and it's Jake Wetzel around the left-hand side. He dodges another blocker, comes loose on his shirt, all the way across the 50 to the 45, down to the 42-yard line, as Jared Lewis overthrew a wide-open receiver, and Jake Wetzel was Johnny on the spot to pick that off and quickly got upfield down the sidelines, escaping tackle after tackle, returning it across the 50 into Dunbar territory. What a huge play on defense, Rick.
Yep, that ball slightly overthrown, trying to hit the seam. Jacob Wetzel rolled over from his safety spot, was right there, intercepted that ball about the 15-yard line and returned it all the way to the Dunbar 43. Great catch and run by the defensive back, Jacob Wetzel.
Wetzel's having a game, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Okay, Walkersville's going to take a quick timeout and get themselves organized. We're going to take a huddle on the sideline as the coach talks to them. They get a quick water break.
Looked like we were a little shy on personnel there. Some of the Walkersville defenders are looking for a blow.
Well, we're going to step aside for just a short break. We'll be right back to the action with you, folks.
We're here at Clustered Spires Golf Club on a very special day that players will truly appreciate.
Did you see that, Fred? Unbelievable! And right onto the green.
Well, you know, Tom, Cluster Spires Golf Club is an 18-hole first-class championship golf course that has been awarded a 4-star rating from Golf Digest and voted Frederick's best golf course 17 times.
That's right, Fred. And the reason players do so well at Clustered Spires Golf Club is the state-of-the-art driving range.
Back to action. Gant hands off on the left-hand side. Short gainer to Chad Gleason, who picks up maybe a yard down to the 42-yard line this time, as Walkersville came out of their called timeout to get themselves organized and take a quick breather on the interception by Jake Wetzel and return all the way across midfield. ending another long drive by the Poets, who have been shut out of the end zone this entire contest. With 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter of action, Walkersville has the ball. Once again, Gann under center. Hands off to Gleason up the middle. He's got a little bit of room there that time, Rick.
Yep, ISO right. Good push by the offensive line. Number 55, Yingling, and center low. Getting a nice drive there. 3-yard gain on the play. Walkersville rotating their split ends, their wing backs, their tailbacks, their fullbacks, giving everybody a little bit of a rest. It's a big play by Walkersville. Anything at all here, and Coach Polis might be looking at trying for fourth down.
Well, Gant's under center. He's got I formation. Rolls to his right, and he's caught and dropped for a loss.
Looks like we had a little quarterback option there. He faked it to the fullback, tried to roll around the edge. Dunbar was having nothing of it. Good penetration in the backfield. They drug Billy down.
Well, that brings up fourth down. Walkersville ready to punt. Good snap. Ball's up in the air. Nice spiral downfield. Bounces at the 15 and a big hop all the way down to the goal line. Oh, it's going to be a touchback, but boy, they made a valiant effort at stopping that ball.
Yeah. It bounced about to 10, rolled a little bit, and then just started to roll towards the end zone. 3 Walkersville players try to dive and get it before it crossed the end line. Unsuccessful, so Dunbar will start their drive on the 20-yard line.
Well, you got to be getting frustrated if you're Dunbar, right?
Yep. It's like driving down the field, just can't get no reward at the end of the drive.
Can't catch a break.
So the bend but not break Walkersville defense again, another stop. So now we're right back at it.
Well, Dunbar at it again. And they've got, I would estimate, in excess of 30 pass attempts at this point.
And they're running it more than they usually do.
And they're running it more. Lewis hands off to his pistol back. Sweeps around the left-hand side. May have gotten across the 25. It's going to be close. Balls look like they're going to spot it right at the 25. Nice gainer on first down. It'll be 2nd and 5.
So it looks like they're coming out, George, and no backs in the backfield. Then they recognize what defense Walkersville's in. If there's only a 3-man defensive front, they pull Ranson into the backfield and run the football. See if that trend continues.
3 receivers split right. Lewis takes the snap, looks to his right, fires a little flare out to his right-hand side. Good blocking downfield. Enough progress forward to about the 34-yard line, and a fresh set of downs for Dunbar. It'll be 1st and 10.
Yep, a little split-end screen, and number 16, Ryan Wood. Good blocking by the 2 inner backs, the slot backs. First down, Dunbar. And it looks like, George, the quarter has got away from us. The end of the third quarter.
Well, it all comes down to this. Walkersville with a 12-0 lead. After 3 quarters of action here at Walkersville High School in the 2A state semifinal championship, Dunbar threatening to score, but coming up short. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with you to bring the final quarter of this action.
The excitement of Washington Wizards basketball is back.
Elbow leaves it for Trelly. Blatch the basket. Stop to it. Welcome back. Left corner Crawford. He's open from 3. It's there. It's there. Wall racing up court to the basket. Slam. Up court for McGee. Flying slam. JaVale McGee reaching for the stars. Drives baseline, gets in midair, flips him the shot with his back to the basket, over his shoulder. Now behind the back to the basket, bangs and scores. John Wall, little showtime.
This is the place for live play-by-play of Wizards basketball all season long.
Wall, Billy McGee. Slam. JaVale McGee, right hand. Wall has to take a 3. Banks. John Wall banks the 3. They are chest bumping. The fans are are jumping. The joint is jumping.
From Gettysburg to Brunswick, Hagerstown to Westminster, Wizards basketball on 1450 AM, The Source.
All right, and welcome back as we start the fourth quarter here. Dunbar with the football has advanced to 8 yards on their first 2 downs from scrimmage. Now face a 3rd and 2 as the ball is placed on the 42-yard line here at the start of the fourth quarter.
We haven't seen Walkersville tackle Dunbar for a loss much this game at all, but boy, it would be big right now, George.
Receiver split, trips left. Lone back in the backfield. Lewis drops back, poised, looks downfield, and finds a man open who seems like he pulled up with a hamstring halfway running down his route. He's limping, Rick.
Yep, looks like number 2 pulled a muscle, kind of stopped his progress, Johnson, and he's calling himself out of the game. Now we got 4th and 2. Let's see what Dunbar's going to do here.
Wow,
on the 42-yard line.
Missed opportunity there as Lewis saw him streaking into the open on the seam route, let the ball fly, and as soon as he did, he came up limping and stopped his route. Ball fell harmlessly in the open field where, had he caught it, he may have been in the end zone in a few short seconds.
Big play.
4th down now.
Big play.
Dunbar
down.
up the middle.
First down.
The big back falls forward for a first down.
Yep. Number 5, Deshaun Darien on the carry. Nice blocking by the interior offensive lineman of Dunbar. Gain of about 4 on that play. They needed 3. First down, Dunbar.
You know, Rick, you get the sense here that anything can happen still in this game, and Walkersville with a couple of missed point after opportunities is vulnerable here.
Yep.
Only up 12-0.
Yeah, it's a 2-score game. Walkersville's just trying to work the clock on the defensive side, just like
Lewis.
they would if they were offense.
Wow. Lewis looks downfield, felt some pressure, thought he could spin away from it as he usually does.
Number 72, Joe Goline, from his nose guard position, looked like they were going to actually throw the ball deep that time.
Yeah.
Needed an extra second or 2, and Joe was having nothing of it. Drug him down. A loss of 8 on the play.
8-yard loss on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 18 to go as Dunbar backs up inside their own 40 to about the 39-yard line. Again, receivers split, trips left. Lone back in the backfield. They run the ball to the right on 3rd and 18, or 2nd and 18. He may have picked up about 8 back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yep. A nice run. I think that they're platooning tailbacks now. That's number 5, Darien, again at tailback. Nice run, 9 yards on that play. Brings up 3rd and 8. Very manageable situation from Dunbar after being 2nd and 18.
Dunbar showing they can, rack up the yardage. They've put up a lot of numbers with no reward, no points scored. Same formation in the backfield. Lewis looks to his left, turns to his right and rolls. Heaves one downfield, overthrows his receiver by about 3 yards just before the pressure got to him. And that's going to bring up 4th down. And, Rick, are you in 4th down circumstances here?
Well, I'm not, but I believe Coach Lawrence Smith is. Here comes Jared back into the game, quarterback. Down by 2 scores. I guess he feels he doesn't have much option. 8.5 minutes to play.
Lewis gives instructions to his slot back. 4 receivers with a single back in the backfield. Lewis
standing
looks
tall
downfield.
in the pocket, down the middle, crossing pattern. 16, first down. Ryan Wood on the other end of that reception.
That was the best pass of the game by Jared Lewis in a critical 4th down situation with a key first down. moving the ball across the 50, across the 40, all the way down to the 38-yard line of the Walkersville Lions. Great poise in the pocket by Jared Lewis. This time, hands off to his right, to his back. He cuts back and slips and falls at about the 35-yard line.
Yeah. Darian on the off tackle again. Saw Tyler Gleason in his aiming for him and slipped down before the contact. Gain of 2 on the play.
Well, they spotted at the 36. Not giving him the amount he slid, but the amount where he touched down. So 2nd down and 8 to go. Lewis back, looks to his left. A little screen to the left.
Screen again.
Looks like a little block in the back that went uncalled. Referee standing right there.
Melvin Corbane on the reception on the split end screen.
He's the same guy that called for the measurement that got waved off.
Are you saying you're not listening to him? Nice play by Christian Policelli, scraping from his middle linebacker position to make that tackle after a 2-yard gain. 3rd and 8 again.
Receiver split wide, slot left, slot right. Lewis looks downfield, plenty of time. Great protection as he rolls right, fires back across the left and finds his man wide open. Wetzel comes over to make the stop, but not before another 1st down strike from that big arm of Jared Lewis.
Boy, that offensive line is just giving him all kinds of time right now. He's just standing in the pocket, surveyed the whole field, went from right to left, and found Ranson on the left sideline for Dunbar 1st down.
Ball spotted at the 24-yard line of the Lions. Lewis rushes over to give signals to his slot receivers and comes back. Stands back, looks downfield, fires one left. Too high this time as the ball sails over the outstretched arms at the 5-yard line of his receiver and falls harmlessly out to the running track that surrounds this football field.
Aaron Yonke on the coverage from his outside linebacker spot. Well played. Actually, I believe Aaron's the cornerback on this side. He rolled up on that short out.
2nd and 10. You get the sense they may try to run it around the right-hand side. Lewis
just standing
pump
there.
Fakes, throws it to the end zone, has a man wide open, just narrowly overthrows him. That was
Andre Braden went up as high as he could, and the ball just scraped off the edge of his fingertips.
Big missed opportunity.
He went down there and sat right on the G for the goal line, was open. Jared just couldn't connect.
3rd down and 10. Pressure building against these Poets. Approaching the 6-minute mark left in this game, down by 2 scores. They've got the ball on the Walkersville 24-yard line. And, Rick, they've been down in that deep part of the Walkersville zone the whole game and have come up with nothing.
See if Walkersville, again, can keep them out of here.
Trips right. Fakes left. Rolls right. Has plenty of grass in front of him.
He's over the line of scrimmage again. He's over.
I mean, the Lions gave him plenty of yards to run for a 1st down. He had a lead blocker in front of him as well, and he still chose to throw it.
Yep. Threw it incomplete. Now we got 4th and 10.
He had all kind of daylight in front of him, Rick.
Yeah, he definitely had 1st down. If he just takes off runs, he had enough yardage for a 1st down.
Yeah, ball would have been.
So again, the Walkersville defense here on the edge.
Inside the 10. Instead, it's 4th and 10 from the 24-yard line. And I don't know, maybe Lewis is getting a little arm weary.
Threw too many pitches, huh, George?
There's the snap. Again, plenty of room. Rolls to his left. He's got trouble this time. Oh, but he flips it back to his running back, who makes a nifty catch, runs up the middle, and is stopped just short of a 1st down. What a wild play.
As he was falling down, Patrick Pope came in. He was a defensive back, typically came in, played defensive end, got good pressure on him, had his arms around Jared Lewis. Jared pitched it backward in a lateral situation, and they gained about 7 yards, needed 10. So Walkersville takes over on downs.
6 minutes and 6 seconds left in this contest. Walkersville ahead with a 12-0 lead against the visiting Dunbar Poets.
So clock is now in favor of the home team. Dunbar has used one of their timeouts, so I believe Coach Pulse might be happy just handing it off 3 times here and see what happens.
There's one right up the gut for about a 2-yard gain. Chad Gleason, the ball carrier.
Yep.
2nd down and 8 to go now for the Lions.
Yep. Again, Dunbar is playing the middle run very, very well. Let's call out number 56, Rafiq Abdul Wahid, playing a great game.
Gant under center, eyes formation in the backfield. Hands off to the deep back. Dunbar stood him up, tried to strip the ball from him, but he held on tightly, picked up a few. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 now for the Lions.
Number 55, Dwayne Johnson on the tackle there of the ISO right. Chad Gleason again up over the right side. 4-yard gain. Now we have 3rd and 4.
I think a first down here for Walkersville, Rick,
would go a long way.
Would go a real long way.
And Dunbar's 9 men in the box. Here come Wetzel in the reverse, breaks a tackle. No gain.
And again, what's the play that they're running there with Wetzel when he's lined up on that wing and then goes in motion?
He does a short motion. It's kind of like a counter play. Yeah. Not really a reverse because there's not that much time between the initial fake and the handoff to Wetzel. It's more of a counter play from his wingback position.
Right. Is that the one he broke for 74 yards there in the first
the very first one, yes.
They've shut him down ever since.
Oh, my.
What was that? On 4th down, Walkersville
lined up to fake the punt.
What?
And they stopped the play before it went off. Christian Policelli, the fullback linebacker, is the punter. He airmailed that one out here to the sideline. Penalty.
Motion penalty, and I'll tell you what, illegal procedure by Walkersville, and
that might actually be a favor.
A big favor. Because they would have turned the ball over on downs deep in their own territory. And this time, Policelli's going to get another chance to get rid of it. And this time he does. He gets a nice boot on it. End over end across midfield, but it pops straight up in the air.
Oh! After
they're going
a bounce, they pick it up.
And he gained about 15 yards on that. The Lions kind of gave up on it and thought it was going to fall dead, but...
Yep. Kind of a high-risk play by Ryan Wood, but he was able to pick the ball up as it was bouncing and then skirt down the sidelines.
Well, look, there's 55 to go. A quick score here and a 3-and-out by Walkersville, and you got a game on your hands.
Yep. I think Walkersville's going to, again, play their bend but not break defense, try to keep everybody in front of them, try to limit the gains to 5, 6, 7 yards at a time. Nothing long.
Force them into timeouts. Lewis back to pass. He's got a little pressure, throws a little bubble screen out to the right. Oh, and he slips a tackle. He's down across the 15. Take it down at about the 15-yard line on a huge gainer.
Flag comes in late. I'm not sure what that's going to be, but it's a big gain by Dunbar down to the Walkersville 15-yard line. Jacob Wetzel makes the play. Tackles Darian.
Joe goal line signals to come out of the game. Seemed like he was letting his right arm hang.
Personal foul.
Personal foul against Walkersville. Half the distance to the goal.
They didn't signal a face mask. They just called a personal foul. I guess maybe it might have been a late hit after Darian was down.
Ball at the 7-yard line now. As this Walkersville defense showing signs of a little bit of wear and tear late in this ball game, giving up big chunks. 3.5 minutes to go. Play around to the right-hand side, and he gets popped at the sideline and stopped.
Chad Gleason rolls up from his cornerback spot, wipes the feet out of Darian. Looks like there's no gain, so we're 2nd and goal on the 7.
Best opportunity of the game so far for a score. Quarterback keep it the right-hand side, and he's going to walk into the end zone on a read option. Decided to keep it as he saw the defensive end commit and walked right past him into the end zone. And Dunbar has finally got the goose egg off the scoreboard, Rick.
Yep, with 3 minutes to play. Nice run, read option by Jared Lewis. Found the gap in the Walkersville defense for a touchdown. Extra point here. Number 14 lining up for Dunbar. Chemo.
There's a snap, and it's a good one. The ball placed, the ball kicked up and through, and it's 12-7 now, Rick, with 3 minutes to go in this contest.
Yep. So now, with 2 timeouts, I'm not, is this an onside opportunity for Dunbar? Possibly. They don't really need to because they've been holding Walkersville to 3 and out pretty much the entire second half.
Yeah.
They do have 2 timeouts left. So we'll see how they line it up here. They're bringing the ball over to the hash. The same type of lineup as they had on the previous kickoff to start the second half.
It appears to me that there seems to be a little bit of fatigue making itself evident on this defensive side of the ball for the Lions late in this 4th period.
Yep. Well, hard to blame them. I mean, it seems like the Walkersville defense has been on the field almost the whole second half.
Got to give the Poets credit defensively as well for shutting down.
The ball's down. It looks like we're going to try an onside kick.
Looks like an onside kick attempt, and it is. Well, he drives it down the middle.
Referee blew the ball dead before they played. He did not mark it ready. And Dunbar just took off and kicked it.
Unusual, to say the least.
So that play turned out pretty fortunately for Walkersville, but it looks like Dunbar's got to get his second chance.
Well, 3 minutes and 2 seconds still on the clock as no time escaped on the whistle. I don't know that they are going to penalize him for that or not. Ball still placed at the 40. And we've got a conversation between the referees going on with the Walkersville coaches. He has a question about just what the heck.
They need a kicking tee.
Oh, they're going to borrow the kicking tee from the Walkersville sideline.
Okay. To start the second half, number 5 kicked off. Looks like they're having number 14, who just kicked that extra point, tee the ball up this time.
They're going to Walkersville's allowing them to borrow their kicking tee.
That's the sportsman-like thing to do.
Yeah.
Walkersville is expecting the onside kick. Now they're dropping their front line, their second line back a little bit, as it looks like Dunbar's not going to onside it. And they do onside.
Onside kick recovered by Walkersville.
And they're offsides.
Who was offsides that time?
That's got to be Dunbar offside. And I think, and here's one of the high school rules I don't like. I'm not sure they have the option to decline the penalty in high school football. Because in high school, as soon as they cross that line and he blows the whistle, the play's dead. So basically, Dunbar gets a redo.
So we're going to move him back. Well, it's a dead ball foul in high school football rules.
Yep.
So he'll re-kick this time. Not a bad attempt at an onside kick as he ran at it full speed and topped the ball. And went to the second line of the Lions.
And they actually had trouble
handling
corralling the ball.
All right, and here we go for the third attempt. This one's kicked deep.
Kick it deep.
Chad Gleason picks it up at the 20. Holds on to the ball, around to the right-hand side, finds a little running room, cuts back upfield. He's at the 50 and brought down across midfield to the 48-yard line. And what a return by Chad Gleason.
Big return. They actually kicked the ball deep that time. Chad caught it on the run about the 15, between the 15 and 20-yard line. Broke to his right. Good blocking up past midfield. Tell you, George, 1 first down would be trouble for Dunbar. 2 would probably ice the game. They're at 2 timeouts. See if Walkersville tries to do anything different to get that first down.
2:51 to go in this contest.
So far, Dunbar has stopped the running game pretty much cold here in the second half.
Walkersville around to the right-hand side, handoff to Chad Gleason. He gets it about 3 down to the 45-yard line, and Dunbar calls timeout.
Quick timeout by Dunbar. They're down to 1. So let's see where they mark them. 1.
Well, that early,
only a 2-yard gain on that play, George.
That early timeout seems to become a factor here for Dunbar. Early in this second half, they burned one.
Yep.
As Jared Lewis was trying to communicate the play to his replacement flankers, and they ran low on time, had to stop the clock, and this could come back to haunt them. Just down by 5 points. 2:44 to go. Lions up 12-7.
Yep. So let's see if Coach Pulse does a little fake to Chad and rolls Billy Gain out around the edge one time.
Take an opportunity real quick to thank Maximum Fitness for sponsoring this. Located right there in the Discover Shopping Center. Thank you for sponsoring tonight's game. That's Maximum Fitness in Walkersville.
Gann under center. Looks left. Surveys the defense. I formation in the backfield. Receiver split left. Handoff up the middle this time. He's got a good chunk, not enough, and it's going to bring up fourth down.
I think that brings us to third down, George.
Oh, third down.
They
Okay.
flipped the marker really quick.
The marker around.
So we got third and a long 3. Dunbar uses their last timeout.
Big play of the game here. As there's plenty of time on the clock, if Walkersville does not convert on third down here, and it's third and a long 3, it's no easy feat.
No. Every yard has been contested on any running play that Walkersville has had. Dunbar has done a great job on the defensive side.
Yeah, Dunbar definitely came out, had a little misstep there at the beginning of the second half, but has played an outstanding second half of football to shut down this powerful offense of Walkersville to keep themselves in contention in this game. Third down, a long 3 for Walkersville. Gant, I formation, receivers split left, slot left. We got a referee timeout.
I think they're trying to address the clock to reset the time.
Okay. Well, right now it's showing 2:29 to
He's
go.
asking for 2:35.
2:45.
2:35. No, he didn't. Did this. 2:35, Ron. Perfect.
Every
Right,
second counts in this one as the tension builds.
Yep, and Walkersville comes out in their same slot left.
We're fighting over inches and seconds here, Rick.
This is important.
Hand off deep to Gleason. Gleason is hit and stopped for a loss on a big play by number 32 of Dunbar, Christopher Bazemore, the linebacker, the senior 6'1", 210-pounder, just shot through and wrapped up Chad Gleason before he even got to the line of scrimmage. No gainer. They're going to say fourth down and Walkersville is going for it.
I would anticipate Billy's going to try to draw them off sides, take the delay game, and punt the ball. He got him.
Oh, man.
The flags are out.
Yeah, but it's not going to be Walkersville.
Well, it depends.
He had motion in the backfield.
After the Dunbar guy jumped, the flag was late. It looked like Wetzel kind of moved out there, but hopefully they got the encroachment before anything else happened.
Well, that certainly happened first if they call him on the encroachment. But and Walkersville is going to get their first down.
Yep.
Wow.
Billy Gant with the hard count. Caught the Dunbar poet. Defensive line just a little over anxious. Clearly enough yardage for a first down with 1:52 to play. It's not victory formation time yet in high school football. There's only 25 seconds after the ball's ready for play, but
that's darn close.
It definitely makes it challenging.
You've got about 105 seconds on the clock.
Yep, it was 1:52 when they blew it ready
to play.
So,
hang on to the football.
Okay, notice Coach Gant, Billy Gant checking the referee.
Gleason takes the ball up the middle from Gant.
He
gets banged around a couple of times.
Yep.
Chewing up valuable seconds, but not a big gainer, but that's okay for the Lions.
Yep. Chad Gleason, 2 arms covering that football. For you folks at home who can't see what our quarterback is doing, Billy Gant, he's coming in. The ball's marked ready for play. He makes his call. Then he watches for the referee in the secondary who's counting him down on the last 5 seconds of the play clock till he starts to bark his signals. So he's using every second he possibly can.
Gant staring at the sideline referee. Crouches under center.
Victory.
Takes
formation.
A victory formation.
Depends how soon they mark it ready.
We're
30
that
seconds.
Was second down. They can't do it.
The referee's looking. They got one more knee if he blows it ready. Too soon. Now he's going to blow it ready now at 22 seconds. Walkersville does not have to snap again.
Walkersville is going to the state championship for the second time. As they form up for victory formation, 7 ticks on the clock.
The coaches are telling them they don't need to. The referee has not started his last 5-second call, and the game is over. Walkersville's in the state championship for the second consecutive year.
What an outstanding football game we've witnessed here tonight, Rick. A valiant effort by the Poets as they walk off the field slowly, hands on their hips, heads hanging.
Yep.
And what bigger contrast on the Walkersville sideline as they gather themselves at the 50 for the traditional sportsmanship handshake.
Yep. And it looks like we just got a score in. Elkton will be the Walkersville opponent, and we're all rooting for next week. Not that we want to wish Navy.
No, we want Temple to lose.
Yep. Elkton 21-6, 2:40 to play. So it looks like Elkton's going to be the opponent.
So
before we get too far, George, we could just talk about Dunbar.
Yeah.
I mean, what a great game. They came in here 9-3 against heavily favored in the local papers anyway. 1-2 touchdown Walkersville, and Dunbar gave Walkersville everything they could handle tonight.
Yeah, they certainly did. A few key mistakes at critical opportunities, cost them really significantly as they came back and played an outstanding second half of football, especially on the defensive side, just shutting down Walkersville entirely in that second half.
Yeah, and like we talked about in the first half, the penalties that slowed down their offense, they seem to get rid of those in the second half. Mm-hmm. Again, Walkersville made some nice plays to keep them out of the end zone to the very end, but wow, what a game.
Well, the interception by Wetzel was huge.
Yep. They're in late third quarter, stopped that drive. We had a 4th down stop down here.
Mm-hmm.
But, it was a Dunbar defense that kept them in the game the entire time.
Yeah, and the celebration as the fellow students joined the players on the sideline, realizing that they're headed back to the state championship game. And they'll face Elkton, as we just found out, who defeated Calvert 21-6.
What a great crowd we had here tonight. Walkersville stands completely full, and they all stayed to the end. Now the students from the blue and gold crew down on the field celebrating with the team.
And how impressive is the Dunbar quarterback, Jared Lewis, as an athlete, as a poised quarterback with a tremendously gifted arm.
Junior
in high school.
Very, very, very impressive young quarterback. Not only with the strong arm, he's strong. What we could see from here in the booth was watching him just scan the whole football field. In high school, that's really hard to teach a young man to be doing that already at this age, 16, 17 years old.
Yeah, eyes downfield, standing tall in the pocket, rolls out, just sort of very deftly feels that pressure and escapes it to buy himself extra time. And he's got a set of legs on him. I mean, he practically took over on those long drives, came up empty, came up short on them for other reasons, but recognized how to attack that Walkersville defense.
Right.
That was very effective against them in the first half.
And whether that was with his feet,
scrambling and running,
or with his arm, but he gave everything Walkersville could handle.
Well, again, Walkersville came in with an outstanding game plan against a high-powered offense and shut them out all the way until nearly the end of the game. Outstanding defensive strategy as they showed that 3-man front in passing situations, bringing in the extra linebacker, and then switching to a 4-man front. That impacted tremendously and very effectively that high-powered offense of Dunbar.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, it looks like we're on to Annapolis, huh? How's that?
Pretty
we just
exciting.
don't know which weekend.
I haven't been there for a long time.
I've never been to the Naval Academy. I've been to Annapolis plenty of times,
Well,
but never been in to see a game. Have you ever seen a game, Jim?
I've never seen a football game at Navy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
My son
Well, we're
used to
going
go to
now.
wrestling camp there.
What's that?
My oldest son used to go to wrestling camp there in the summertime when he was younger.
All right.
So we got that far in, but I've seen the stadium, but never during the game.
Well, a couple of my friends that have been there said the one thing that's remarkable about the stadium is the security there. They said security is unbelievable at that stadium. So we'll be traveling light.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Only what we need, right?
Yeah.
No extras.
Yeah, but it's always good. So we'll step aside for our last break before we sign off with our final stats. And thank you so much for tuning in to this great football game. What a great matchup we had tonight here on a beautiful, beautiful Friday Night Lights here in Walkersville, Maryland. We'll be right back after this break. Harvest Christian Fellowship invites you to their special healing service at their church on Indian Springs Road in Frederick, Monday, December the 5th at 7 p.m., with special guest speaker, Pastor Chris Gore. Pastor Gore is the Director of Healing Ministries at Bethel Church in Redding, California. Pastor Chris, who grew up in New Zealand, has a passion to see the sick healed and a burning desire to see all believers walk in the power and love of Jesus. As believers, we are all called to heal the sick and walk in the full inheritance that Jesus left for us. Please tell all your friends about this incredible move of God, which is coming to Frederick's Harvest Christian Fellowship December the 5th. All are welcome to attend. For more information, go to hcfchurch.org. Let everyone gather an expectation that it is God who heals, and we hope to see you there for this exciting evening of healing and fellowship at Harvest Christian Fellowship. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at Walkersville High School. Congratulations to all the Lions faithful. They win it 12-7 here against the Dunbar Poets. Dunbar with a great battle, just a great contest. They drive back within 5 points in the final minutes of the game, but not enough. Too little, too late. What do you think?
Unbelievable. Both coaching staffs came in here with great game plans. Walkersville with a bend but not break defense, trying to just slow them down, contain the big plays. They did. And Dunbar came in and said, you're not going to run the football on us, and made every inch, every run a challenge for Walkersville. For two teams that came in here averaging 30-plus points a game, we know they have good defenses, but to shut them down like they did, unbelievable. And if it wasn't for the individual effort of Jacob Wetzel on two big runs to set up the two scores, of course he didn't do it by himself, but those two individual plays, and then he had a great pass interception that really stopped the drive and held them scoreless in the first half, and then early into the third quarter, just big plays. And again, hats off to both squads. Great game.
Well, I tell you, it reminds me of us standing here at the same time a week ago saying the same thing about Chad Gleason. So what that tells you is, the versatility, the next man up mentality on this team. It was Chad's night last week. This week, Jake stood up, and carried this team on some huge plays that made the difference in the end on both sides of the ball, just like Chad did last week. So, you got to give, so you have to have so much admiration, I think, for Joe Polson and his crew, and their ability to develop these players. They're no one-trick pony, and I think really you see the quality of the quarterback on the Dunbar side. You take him out of the game and replace him, there's not much there. Right. But you can't say that for Walkersville. I mean, these guys are plug and play.
And what our listeners couldn't see at home was what we could see is the number of platooning that Walkersville is doing to shuffle plays in and out, both offense and defense, to keep players fresh, to kind of change defenses and that type of thing. So, great credit to the Walkersville coaching staff.
And condition was a factor here tonight. I mean, if you notice that Wetzel was having a lot of trouble with he made a couple of spectacular runs, and he was just totally out of gas. You could see it.
Yep. So somebody else stepped in, a couple plays, give him a blow, and that's a credit to the entire team.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no question about it.
Well, gentlemen, great to have you here again in the booth. It's been a great run for us. I don't know how many Walkersville games we've done this year, but this has been one of the finest, and we're looking forward to a great one either next week or week after. I want to thank everyone for tuning in, and especially you guys for helping here with the broadcast. I want to thank all of our listeners and remind you that this game is archived in its entirety and available online, WTHU.org. in the audio vault. Check it out. We'll return you to your regular programming now. Thanks for tuning in. Watch our sports inbox for the dates and times of the next game.